Welcome back, guys, to Depths of Despair. I'm your host, Abyss. I'm joined here today by Big Red. How you going, Big Red?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good. Even better now I'm talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, today we're here to discuss the movie The Fourth Kind. Do you remember that
That
film?
we are.
Yeah. Do you remember that film, Big Red?
Yeah, there's a funny story of this. So you told me when it first came out, you were like, "I've got this movie called The Fourth Time." I was like, "Oh, cool." Right. And then, yeah, you go. Apparently, this is pretty scary. I went, "Oh, no, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We'll watch it." And you stayed over, and because I had no spare mattress or anything, we watched this in the same bed as each other.
Tucked in
And
nicely and warm.
yeah, we were all tucked in and everything. And about 20 minutes into the movie, like, Aaron, this is pretty fucking scary. Because yeah, man. And we were freaking out the whole movie after that. We were like, oh my god, what's happening?
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, the bit where the guy just levitates off the bed. We were like, what the fuck? That was just when we were 15, 16.
Yeah, it's around then. Jeez, that was a creepy film back then.
Just back then it was, yeah.
Yeah, folks, I had an irrational fear, I like to believe, of aliens, and I thought that film at the time was a really cool, unique take on like found footage kind of documentary style film. And I found The Fourth Kind incredibly creepy when I first watched it. Hence why I was snuggled in with Big Red holding his little hand, or his big hand. Yeah, it was a pretty fun experience for us.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you rewatched that since?
I've rewatched it since we first watched it. I
Mm-mm.
watched it with my sister, and I was sort of like, Robin, this is really scary. She goes, no, it's not. She watched it. That's not scary at all. I went, oh, well, maybe it's just me. And then I rewatched it, like, a year ago, and I was like, no, this isn't really... There's bits that freak me out, but I was like, this isn't as scary as when I was about 15, 16. Yeah, because we're older, we've watched more stuff that's more scarier, or seen real life stuff that's more scary. But, yeah, I rewatched it about a year ago and thought, it's alright. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
How do you reckon it is? How do you reckon it holds up?
I I think that scared us at the time because we were much younger, much less experienced with horror. Now I think it still has some creepy qualities. I watched it last week or a few days ago actually. I just find it still a little bit creepy, but we know what's gonna happen. It's kind of not as good, and especially because I've seen a lot of films. I don't know if you noticed, but some of the actors that are in that show appear in other films, and once you see that, you can pick it out. It can't take away the realism of those characters.
Yeah, well, Mila Jovovich is the main lead in the movie, and she's been in heaps of stuff
Oh, but you know
before.
the found footage characters. Some of those actors that appear in other films, I can't remember the top of my head what films they're in, but I've seen them in other
Yeah.
things, and it just took me out of the experience, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I haven't seen it in like a year or so, and yeah, I guess it would. I guess it would take you out of the whole experience. Like, oh, I remember you from that movie, and then when it says it's found footage, you're like, well, not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I reckon if it was made about 10, 15 years ago, around like when Blair Witch came out, people were like, oh yeah, this could be legit. Now, nowhere near.
Well, could they have pulled it off at that time? That sounds a bit silly to say, but
I feel like they
could
could
they have
have.
pulled that off in about 98, 99, maybe?
Yeah, I reckon they could have, like, because you had exostatic people floating in the air, so I couldn't see why they couldn't do that in the 9E8 4 version of Fourth Kind. Actually, the creepiest thing for Fourth Kind for me, in retrospect, is the character that Millie Jovovich is playing. If you look at the real girl, the Abigail, whatever her name is, she looks terrifying. She looks like a fucking alien. Remember the host of it?
Yeah,
She looks really
yeah.
creepy. She looks absolutely terrifying. She, to me, is the, like, scariest part about it.
Isn't that the point of it though?
No, no, she's just the host. Like, that's how the person actually looks like in real life. and I found that incredibly scary.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really, dude? I
I
thought it was
no.
not foreshadowing. I thought it was like a
you're you're
word.
you're trying to do film analysts like mise en scene on this, and I'm just like, no, dude. It's literally just a creepy cat person. I like how you
Yeah,
go
I'm
into.
trying to think of all the sub themes in it and stuff like that. But I didn't know that. That's weird.
You're going too deep into it, mate. You're going too deep into it.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about, like, as you say, the mise en scène and all that, like the colours and the locations and stuff. Like, no, just how she looks. That's really scary.
Yeah, I did enjoy the film though. Like it was I think it was decent acting. Now looking at it, I did like a lot of the camera work, and I find the concept of aliens coming at night time and abducting you really terrifying.
Yeah, me too. Like, it sort of happens when you least expect it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
I think that's really good.
especially when you're sleeping, because you're like your most vulnerable state. Then it's just really it's unnerving and really foreboding.
Yeah, no, yeah.
How did you enjoy
Have
the?
you-
You gone?
Yeah. I was just saying time. No. It's alright, you go. You go.
Folks, just to remind you, we're not two people sitting in the same room. We're two friends separated by, well, continents and time zones. So this is over Skype, obviously. So.
Yeah. So we will talk over each other a lot. I just do that anyway, in general. I just talk over people.
He enjoys doing that. Yeah, how do you enjoy the kind of where it shows two camera angles of the same scene, both playing out the same scene at the same time?
That's pretty cool. Gives you a different perspective, doesn't it? It gives you the perspective of the person who's doing the interview, the perspective of someone who's being interviewed. I like that aspect. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, like I found that song. I don't really see it in movies anymore. Like I don't think I've seen really in any other movie. So gotta give it credit and props for that. Like I'm not saying this film's a masterpiece, but looking at it now, I reckon it's a pretty cool way of actually doing the cinematography for a film. I really enjoyed it.
What would you? I'll rephrase the question. Do you like the movie now after a rewatch? Do you still like it?
It's no longer one of my most terrifying movies. It's dropped down to a decent movie. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm the same. I reckon it's pretty all right. Yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to say, hey, you should check out this movie, but I'll at least mention it in passing. That the fourth kind back then was, for me, was pretty scary, but it's not anymore.
How do you like Mila Jovovich?
I think she's a really good actor.
Yeah, I don't
In
mind.
this, she's good too. She's good in this as well.
Yeah, I think she's good in this. I feel like she's in the Resident Evil series. I feel like she's kind of taken for granted, and she's better than that. I don't reckon she should even do those films. But in this, I really enjoy her. I think she brings a really
She's good.
look.
Fifth Element is good.
I'm not going to talk. I hate that film so much.
Do you really? You don't like
Yeah.
it?
I watched it with one of my mates, and he was telling me this is like everyone's told me the Fifth Element's the best. Fifth Element's the best. Fifth Element's the best. I'm like, for fuck's sake. Okay, I'll watch it. I sit down. I had a few beers with my mate. I watch it. It was. I did not enjoy it. I'm like, this is nowhere near as good. Gary Oldman is better than this. Mila Jovovich was. I don't care. Bruce Willis. I did not care. It was just the most overrated film I've ever seen. Besides Avatar, that's worse. Avatar is the worst film.
Yeah, I don't like Avatar either. Oh, you already know that. Yeah, I guess when people say a movie's awesome and everyone keeps saying it, then you watch it, you're like, oh, well, it's not really that.
Yeah.
I see your point.
So that's why people go check out The Fourth Kind. I'm not saying it's the greatest film, but it's actually decent. I really did enjoy it. The aliens still pretty creepy the way they did them. They didn't really oversaturate it, and I feel like they left them in the shadows, lurking and creepy, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, it was almost quite subtle, wasn't it? Almost sort of
Like
there, but really
if you
subtle.
take out the whole alien aspect, you could easily say this is like a ghost or demon possession film, really.
Yeah, if you look at it that way, you probably could. Yeah, that's. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Sure.
Especially, this is spoilers for everyone, but the end, one of the end scenes has someone levitating in their bed and their whole mouth stretches open. I thought that was really cool. I feel like this film, in It's About Aliens, like if you told me the studio went to make this film, filmed it all, and then reshot it to make aliens appear in it, instead of demons or possession movie, I would fully believe you. I feel like this could have been a completely different sort of film, if not for just a few tweaks.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah. Would it? It probably could have done worse actually if it was like a demon possession movie. Because this movie didn't get a very good, didn't get a very good rating.
Do you know what I got? I have no idea.
Uh, well, if you go by Rotten Tomatoes, I mean, I'm a bit against the Rotten Tomatoes thing, but if you're one of the people that say, oh, well, I'll see what Rotten Tomatoes says, it got 19%.
19? No, that's
Yeah, so
ridiculous.
90% of the audience liked it. Is pretty much it.
No, that's ridiculous. No.
I reckon it deserves a little higher than that myself.
Yeah, like, it's. I don't know, if you out of, like, say if I was rated out of 10, like, I call The Dark Knight 10, folks, just in case you're wondering, but, like, at that scale, I give it a 6. It's not bad. It's good. It's good. It's not great. Just about decent.
Yeah, yeah, I'd give it about
5. Yeah.
5.
I wouldn't give it like a 2. Like, I feel like a 19 would be equivalent of a 2. I wouldn't give it that. It's not that bad. Like, I did enjoy aspects of it. I felt like it was very Americanized film in some aspects of the way they film it from the news stations viewpoint was pretty cool at the very end scene.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah, for example, nothing really. If we're talking about ratings and stuff, nothing. I enjoyed it, but nothing really. I didn't get offended by watching it. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, I'm not going to give it a really low score. So I enjoyed it for what it was, and that's pretty much it. You know?
Yeah. Did you find it creepy a year ago watching it, or not really?
So I find it what?
Creepy watching it a year ago?
Yeah, I still thought there was some aspects of it that were really, really creepy. Like that girl, Abigail girl, creeps me out. She's really creepy. The levitation is really creepy as well. And I remember correctly, there's a scene with an owl, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was really creepy.
Yeah, I find the whole nighttime stuff really terrifying, especially when it shows the aliens kind of walk in and start interacting with the people. It does it in very creative ways and very good ways. But yeah, I find that kind of scenes of it pretty creepy. And yeah, I also enjoy the scenes of the therapy where they're actually interviewing the patients who've all the patients have this occurring dream that all of them at the same time experience these sort of possessions or alien abductions. And I kind of feel like those interview segments with the documentary on one side and the mockumentary on the other were really well done, and I did really find it terrifying. Not terrifying, but at the time terrifying. Now it's more just pretty creepy and a bit nauseating. But yeah, I think the film isn't too bad. Like, I would happily watch it again with another friend who enjoyed those kind of films. But it's not something I'm going to go out of my way to ever see again.
Did you find it exploited those alien abduction stories? Because I was reading a review of it, and they were saying that they didn't like the movie, and one of the reasons was is because they feel like people have experienced alien abductions, and they're just sort of trying to cash in on people who have had alien abductions. And I thought that was kind of a little silly, but also I sort of understood his point.
Yeah.
Because apparently the guy interviews people who have been abducted by aliens or something like that.
No, I
so
follow what you're saying.
take on that?
Yeah, my take is that even if it does exploit it, horror films are very much based on exploitation. Look at 3/4 of those slasher films, or any of those gore fest films. It's all violence and sex exploited, so I have no problem with them exploiting what appears to be alien abduction stuff. It's just a film investigating another subset culture and phenomenon that's happened to people. I really do think it's, like I said in my Area 51 video with Big Red, that it's actually people's traumatic experience from when they were born, that this what bright white light, this disfigured figure is actually your birthing process. So I do think it's very relevant, and I don't think it's like, even if it is exploiting it, I don't mind. I don't really have a problem with it. I think films are best films are meant to engage you, meant to make you think. If they offend you, well, you can just not watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, I think if
no, I agree.
it's
Yeah,
like the whole
I didn't continue.
it's like the whole slice. It's like the whole slice thing where everyone's like, "Oh, it's not cool because they're exploiting mental illness." Yeah, I get it. Like, it's not right to demonize mental illness, but mental illness is incredibly terrifying and it can be quite heartbreaking to happen to people. And the vast majority, I'm sure, are harmless illnesses to other people, but the illnesses for a reason. And there are people who are incredibly terrified, incredibly sick, who are with mental illness. And this is just a film displaying that. But at the same time, you have many other films where it doesn't actually negatively exploit mental illness. I've yet to see a film that doesn't negatively exploit aliens, besides maybe Scary Movie 3 or 4, with Charlie Sheen in it. That was a funny one. But yeah,
Yeah,
I have no problem with it.
yeah, no, me neither. Yeah.
Where would you rate Fourth Kind in terms of, like, alien movies?
Oh, that's a pretty good question.
Because it's very unique. You can't. It's really hard to compare that to, like, Alien, the franchise. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. Whenever you talk about sci-fi, the first thing you think of is Alien and Alien. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, yeah, I can't compare two near masterpieces to the Fourth Kind.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
fully.
Probably. I mean, even though I gave it a 5, near sort of the top of those types of alien movies, because I haven't really seen a lot of alien movies.
I've seen some
So,
really dreadful ones, like some really
I've
bad
seen
ones.
some really bad ones. What was that one? Species? One of the Species 3 or something like that?
See, I don't even remember what you're talking about. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, like those types of sort of those types of movies where they look like cheap alien knockoff. At least this one has a sort of, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but like an original story of a different type of thing that people haven't spoken about yet. Like aliens coming down and people having these experiences. I haven't really seen a movie like that.
No, I agree with that. Like, I haven't really seen Close Encounters, so maybe we'll see that, and then we'll talk about how good it is compared to that one. But
Oh, Close Encounters is really good, yeah.
is it?
You should
Oh,
watch that.
okay. I'll definitely give it a shot. Yeah. Well,
It's not different.
I think this one's a middle ground for an alien film horror. For people who are wondering what kind of film this actually is like, my best advice is to watch VHS 2. There's an alien abduction sleepover party. That to me is one of the most terrifying short alien films or short films I've ever seen, and it's like a better version of this film.
I was just going to say that short movie is better than this entire movie.
Yeah, agreed. That like it's
Yeah.
like an 8-minute segment.
Yeah, it only goes for about 7-8 minutes or something. Isn't it? It's really
Yeah.
short.
But it's fantastic, yeah, and it's terrifying.
It really is, yeah. All those are terrifying. Man. We'll have to do one of them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Anyhow, guys, thanks for listening. Comment down below your thoughts and tell us how wrong we are and how full of shit me and Big Red are. And don't forget to subscribe.